What is the economic problem? The basic economic problem is about scarcity and choice. The economic problem asserts that an economy's limited resources are inadequate to satisfy all human wants and needs. It assumes that human wants are unlimited, but that means to satisfy human wants are limited or scarce. We are continually uncovering of new wants and needs, which producers attempt to supply by employing factors of production. Because of scarcity, choices have to be made by consumers, businesses, and governments. Everyone makes choices. Individuals must choose how to best use their skill and effort, and because of limited resources, people have to make sacrifices. These sacrifices include giving up some wants for needs because of limited welfare we all encounter. There are 3 questions any economic system must answer. Firstly, we have what are we going to produce? For example, an economy must decide whether they should produce kitchen appliances or weapons, build and fix roads, or buy textbooks for schools. Secondly, we have the question, who are we going to produce it for? Once the goods and services are produced, who will get to consume them? Will people consume them on a first-come, first-served basis? Is it going to be a certain group based on religion, ethnicity, or gender that's going to buy this product? Finally, we have the question, how are goods and services produced? For example, what materials should be used and what machines need to be used? There are millions of decisions that companies make to figure out how they should produce a good or service.
How does a functioning price system perform the market clearing function? A market clearing price is the price of a good or service at which quantity supplied is equal to the quantity demand, also called the equilibrium price. The theory claims the market tends to move towards this price. A functioning price system performs the market clearing function by supplying an equal amount of demand that is needed. They do not supply too much nor too little. They keep the price reasonable for consumers. This helps the company or whoever is keeping their business going so people keep buying their things.
A monopolistic market and a perfectly competitive market are 2 market structures that have several key distinctions. In a monopoly, there is only one firm that dictates the price and supply level of goods and services and has total market control. In a monopolistic market, prices are high for goods and services because firms have total control of the market. In this type of market, firms are price makers because they control the prices of goods and services. In a market that experiences perfect competition, prices are dictated by supply and demand. Price equals marginal cost, and firms earn an economic profit of 0. Firms in a perfectly competitive market are all price takers because firms do not have total market control. Unlike a monopolistic market, firms in a perfectly competitive market have a small market share. Barriers to entry are relatively low and allow firms to enter and exit easily.
The job market in the United States is ruled by supply and demand, which work together to ensure a fair system where workers doing difficult, vital, and unpleasant work are paid the most. Income inequality has been rising steadily since the 1980s. If the government decided wages for any occupation, including food employees, then they would try to equalize or try to balance that out. So fast food employees would benefit greatly from this, as they would get a higher wage to close the gap of income inequality, which would cause a lot of people to be mad. People who do harder jobs would be mad at someone with a lower tier job who would get paid more for less work. Fast food restaurants have long been a cheap way for people to get a quick bite to eat. Most of these fast food workers are meant to be teenagers. Fast food jobs are not meant to be what someone solely relies on for money. If the government were to raise the wage of fast food employees, workers whose jobs are harder may start to get upset at the fact that low-skilled laborers are making more money than skilled laborers. If the government were to force restaurants to pay their employees $15 an hour, it could cause the company to have less money, and they may just hire less workers rather than pay the same amount of employees. For these reasons, the government should not regulate how much money that fast food employees make.
Jenny, where are you?
I'm not here.
Dude, guess what? Oh, cool, Fortnite. Nice.
What's up?
So I was at Taco Bell and my manager called me and they gave me a raise to $15.
$15 at Taco Bell?
I know, right?
Should get a job there.
You should. Hey, you wanted to see me?
I actually did want to talk to you. Because of the new enforced wage laws, we cannot keep you around. You're new and we can't pay all of our employees here.
Wait, so you're firing me?
We're gonna have to let you go, I'm sorry.
What?
Sorry.
Simran, what's wrong? You're nationally ranked in Pong.
I just got fired from Taco Bell.
Don't let this be you. Don't let the government interfere with our wages.